Having examined the types of nouns we have and how we can easily identify the type of nouns whenever the time we have them, the next thing is what is expected of you to have understood very well as UTME or Post-UTME students, even SSE students. These are things that we are going to focus on right now. The first thing is how to deal with uncountable noun. If you have started solving past questions, you will have come across many questions related to uncountable noun and how to deal with it. Dealing with uncountable nouns is very easy. I promised the other time that I'm going to state 3 things concerning uncountable noun in dealing with it. The first thing is that do not pluralize uncountable noun. Once you see that this is uncountable noun, do not pluralize it, because you cannot pluralize what you can't quantify. Information is an example of uncountable noun. We don't have informations, we don't have advices. Do not pluralize them. That is the first thing. Number 2, do not use indefinite article with uncountable noun, especially article a, article an. Do not use any of them with uncountable noun. That is the second thing. Number 3, there are some determiners that are meant for countable nouns only. I'm going to show you now. Those determiners that are meant for countable nouns only, do not use them with uncountable noun. So these are the determiners and quantifiers that are used with countable and uncountable nouns. There are some of them that are used for countable nouns only. There are some of them that are used for uncountable nouns only. There are some of them that can be used for both countable and uncountable nouns. Now, the focus now is these determiners that are used for countable nouns only: many, few, a few, several, fewer, number of, numerous, and so on and so forth. There are some determiners like that that are not stated here, but are used for countable nouns only. Do not use them with uncountable nouns. So, but those ones that are used with uncountable, obviously you can use them for uncountable nouns. Those determiners that are used for both countable and uncountable nouns, you can use them for uncountable as well, because they are used for both. But those ones that are used for countable nouns only, do not use them with uncountable nouns. So it means that I have stated 3 things right now in dealing with uncountable nouns. The first thing, do not pluralize the uncountable noun. The second thing, do not use indefinite article a and or an with uncountable noun. Number 3, do not use the determiners that are meant for countable nouns only with uncountable nouns. Now, how do I deal with uncountable noun if I want to measure or quantify the uncountable noun? Because sometimes water, for instance, is an uncountable noun. I may want to quantify water. I come to your house, for instance, and I need some water, so that I want to quantify it. How do I quantify it? Since I cannot use indefinite article, I cannot pluralize it, and that's where partitive expressions come into action. There are expressions used to measure or quantify uncountable nouns, and these are called phrasal determiner, or preferably partitive expressions. So all our uncountable nouns, they have their partitive expressions to quantify them. Those are things that we use to quantify the uncountable noun. For instance, advice, information, luggage, equipment, news, baggage. So the appropriate partitive expression for them, you can say a piece of, or pieces of. You can say a piece of information, pieces of information, a piece of luggage, pieces of luggage, and so on and so forth. Water, you can say a glass of water, 3 glasses of water. So the item in the partitive expression will be the one that we pluralize. For instance, in a glass of water, the item is glass. If you want to pluralize, it is that glass that will be pluralized. 4 glasses of water, 3 loaves of bread. and so on and so forth. So basically, we don't pluralize uncountable noun. Instead, we introduce partitive expression, and just know the uncountable nouns that are really very common, and know their appropriate partitive expression, and the item is the one that we pluralize, and do not pluralize the uncountable noun itself. We should not pluralize bread, sugar, water, furniture, advice, and so on and so forth. We pluralize instead the item in that partitive expression. The next thing to focus on is plural form of compound nouns. We have explained what compound noun is and how to identify our compound noun, how to form our compound noun. So how do we pluralize compound noun? The correct plural depends on the head word. The head word will determine where to pluralize. The first rule says if our compound noun is formed from noun and noun plus noun, so we pluralize the second word, because usually the second word usually be the head in that case. Class and room forms our compound noun to become classroom. So if you want to pluralize it, we pluralize rooms. It's become classrooms. Footballs. The second rule states if the compound noun is formed from noun plus preposition plus noun, so we pluralize the first noun. For instance, mother-in-law, commander-in-chief. The head word in these instances are the first word. So in mother-in-law, the first word mother is the head word. So that one will take plural. It will become mothers-in-law.